Hi, I'm CJ and this is my RC channel. So I have the fuselage, not including the tail boom, anchored to this board here. This is a tuning board that I made myself, and I can't claim originality for this design. I found some very good training videos by a gentleman with a lot of glider experience, a lot of competition wins. Paul Naughton, I believe is the gentleman's name. Anyway, excellent source of information. So what this does is it anchors the fuselage down, and at the moment all I'm worried about is anchoring down the fiberglass portion of the fuselage, because I want to glue the tail boom on, but I want to make sure that the tail boom, that the stabilizer and the wing are level with each other. So let's see, this will probably be easier if I shine through here with a flashlight. As you can see from the bubble gauge, I've got the fuselage centered, level. In other words, the wing is level to gravity, to the bubble gauge. It is, not including the other, with the dihedral aside, it is level. So now what I'm doing is I'm using a second one of these bubble gauges, and as you can see, if I can get in close here, right now I have it adjusted level, but it's not glued. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulling the boom off, or just extending it backwards. I'm going to be putting glue on the fiberglass fuselage that comes to about here. I'm going to use 15-minute epoxy. If I had 45-minute or longer, I'd probably use that instead. But the 15-minute epoxy should do just fine for this. And now, if you notice, I have the two Kevlar lines sticking out. When I was at the tail section, you may or may not have noticed that everything is straight back here, more or less. I wanted to be able to look down the tail, and I didn't want the stabilizer up or the rudder to the side. So I just used a rubber band to hold the canopy in place with the lines out either side, and that allowed me to pull on them, and the rubber band anchors them in place, the pressure between the canopy and the fuselage. Now, one of the things you should do is make sure the lines aren't twisted as they travel down the tail boom. I've already taken care of this. What I did was, once I had, at the last step, where I had gotten the rudder line down here, I laid the tail boom down on a table with this end, the wide end, pointing towards me and the two pieces of line sticking out of it, and I put a flashlight back here so that the light was shining up the tube, so I could look down the tube, down the inside of the tube, and see which way the lines were twisted. And then I just untwisted them one turn at a time until I finally had them untwisted. And then when I passed them through the fuselage, I made sure that each of them stayed to the appropriate side, and then they are anchored to this side. So the lines are on either side, basically, of this tube, and they are not twisted. So when this gluing process is done, and I can go in here and start anchoring those lines to the servo arms, which will be in another video, those lines aren't going to be twisted further back down the boom here and bind up against each other. So now I'm basically just going to back this out and it's just pulling the lines through. So as you can see, there's my 2 lines. No twist. I'm going to apply some glue here, and then I'm going to put this boom back on while carefully retensioning the lines at the front so the lines don't catch any epoxy that might otherwise leak in. I don't think that I can easily accomplish this. Well, I can try doing it with the camera. I'll just tripod it and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I've mixed the glue. I'm using a glue brush and I am wearing nitrile gloves. Epoxies, I've heard that you can develop allergies to. It can be harmful to you. So it's advisable when working with epoxies to wear gloves. I've also got some paper towels handy to swab away any excess glue that may come out here. I have rechecked the fuselage. It's still on the bubble gauge. I'll check it again after I get the glue done. I'm just going to take this out to the edge. I don't want any glue going onto the inside. Because I don't want to get it onto any of the lines. And the brush allows you to get all the way around. Okay, so now I can work this in, going nice and easy. Don't want any glue to drip onto the board. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe around at this point, get off the major excess. Get another piece of paper towel ready. This is the nice part about working with the 15-minute epoxy, is that you've got lots of time. Okay, so that's taken care of. One downside about epoxy is these brushes are a one-use item. So now what I want to do is verify that the bubble gauge is dead on still. The fuselage hasn't moved or had any changes. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and then I'm going to go to the back of the plane with the second bubble gauge. Okay, now I can center this on the rear stabilizer, and then I can just rotate this tube until it is perfectly lined up. Again, the advantage of the longer dry epoxies. Okay, that is just about perfect. Now, these bubble gauges are not 100%. You know, the bubble can be just a hair to a little left or a little right. And what I want to do is make sure this bubble gauge matches the bubble gauge at the front. Okay, I'm gonna have to move the camera for a moment. Okay. So I'm gonna just pop the camera off for a second and do this by hand. Okay, now I got free hands to work with. So it looks like that bubble gauge is right on equal with the bubble gauge in the front. And the good old manual way is to sit back here and look down the tail section and line up the tail section with the wing in your eye. And yeah, we're straight. I mean, if it's not, it's a fraction of a degree. I've got a little time before that glue sets up. I'm just gonna pause the video and see if I can't. Let's look right in there at that bubble gauge. And let's go up to the wing. And looks like we are equal. Yep. Let's go back here and we'll look down the tail again. And what you kind of want to do is bring your eye down until you can see the tail, the tips just hitting the wing, either side of the stab hitting the edge of the ailerons. And it's hard for me to do this through the camera eye for you, but yeah, that looks right on. So now the trick is to leave this sucker alone. Don't bump it, don't breathe on it, just let it set. That's the good thing about the 15-minute, 45-minute epoxies, is it gives you time to work with it, but you don't have too long to leave this thing to its own devices. I'm not even gonna move the bubble gauges in the event that might make any change. Just gonna leave everything right where it is for a good 30 minutes or so and come back at it then. Well, that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed this series so far. I hope you're learning about building and assembling model airplanes, particularly the Raven 1500 DLG. Please click like. Please help support my channel by subscribing and click that little bell icon. You'll get notifications every time I release a new video. Thanks for watching.